Alright guys, which camera do you like better? This one or this one?
That's not how I wanted to start the video at all.
YouTubers are lazy. All YouTubers are lazy. I would go as far as to say me, myself, personally, in my opinion. But Ocha, didn't you just come back from like a few months of not posting anything? Yeah, I'm lazy too. It's part of being a YouTuber is that you're just a lazy son of a bitch. You're a lazy piece of shit, okay? You just don't want to do a lot, all right? And that's not just a YouTuber thing. I think that's all human beings. But if we're being honest, all career options that you could have, YouTuber is by far probably the laziest option that you have. By the way, I've got myself a glass of milk. And these are double stuffed Oreos, but they look regular to me. And maybe I should lay off the sugar a little bit. Pay attention a little bit to what I'm eating, because now that I think about it, these are kind of thick. Anyways. But why would I say that? That's rude. That's mean. I'm a YouTuber. Am I just some kind of, like, am I into self-degradation? What's up with that? That's a little kinky. And that's not allowed on YouTube, so maybe I shouldn't make jokes like that. I'm not into that, by the way. What have I done? Listen, YouTubers are lazy, but that's not exactly a bad thing. It's not the worst thing in the world. And genuinely, I think that a lot of people on this platform do put a serious amount of effort into their videos. I think that there are some content creators on this platform that want to deliver high quality, entertaining, or even just educational content. There's also the slop tubers and the drama channels. Listen, no hate, all right? My boy Sensitive Society, love watching your slop content, okay? You literally helped me get through my entire Amazon routes. I'm an Amazon delivery driver. You helped me get through them, buddy. Diesel Patches, really great slop tuber. Pyrocynical's fun. Content creators, like commentary content creators, are fun to listen to and watch because it's kind of just a little bit validating. I think a lot of people enjoy these kinds of content because they're funny, they're lighthearted, and legitimately they just make you feel not so crazy for what you think, you know? They make you feel not so crazy for all agreeing that Colleen Ballinger is a whack job for bringing out the ukulele, right? And then you get the memes, you're able to make fun of it, you're able to take it a lot further than just, I'm not crazy, but they are, and that's funny, right? That's the whole point of a slop tuber's channel, is to make an inside joke of these dark times, right? No matter what it is that's going on, I love listening to my slop tuber channel. You know who I did consider for a while there? A slop tuber? Some ordinary gamers. Mutahar. The guy who actually got me into using Linux. Sometimes I edit and film on Linux, sometimes I edit and film on Windows. I do a little bit of dual boot, and that is all thanks to Mutahar for his incredible tutorials and his great job describing and explaining why all of these tech-related topics are so important. Without his tutorials, without his explanations, I feel like I would be lost. I wouldn't actually have a good understanding of this amazing piece of technology in front of me that I get to film YouTube videos on, play video games on, talk to my friends on. You know, without his channel, I would not have the experience that I do with technology. And for that, I'm very grateful. However, it seems like Mutahar has come into a little bit of hot waters. So about a week ago,
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
shout out to Omni. I love his channel so much. Another great slop tuber, okay? About a week ago, Nick Andros uploaded this video called Mutahar has been a fake engineer for 10 years, in which he goes over mountains of evidence. So he uses all of the video transcripts from Mutahar's videos. He just brings up multiple times through Mutahar's video where Mutahar says he is an engineer. And I'm not even joking you. It's hard to watch because Mutahar just starts to sound like a broken record.
Based on my findings, Mutahar has consistently claimed that YouTube isn't his job.
Hey, YouTube isn't my job. Thank God my job isn't YouTube.
YouTube is not my job. 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 I use YouTube as a hobby. This is not a job for me, okay?
He works a regular 9 to 5.
Like, I work a regular job every day. I go to my office, I work, I come home, I cut together the video that I recorded the night, or 2 nights or whatever before, and I post that on the internet. It is a therapeutic, fun thing for me.
So what is that job? Mutahar's also insisted throughout his career that he is an engineer.
I'm an engineer.
I'm a fucking engineer. I'm a goddamn engineer. I'm an engineer.
I'm a fucking engineer. I'm an engineer.
I'm only an engineer. Okay, I'm an engineer.
I'm an engineer.
I'm just an engineer.
I'm an engineer. I'm just a fucking engineer. I'm a goddamn engineer. I'm a fucking engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer. As an engineer, being an engineer, I don't have to tell you as an engineer. I'm just a dumb engineer as an engineer. My engineer asked, but as an engineer, so I'm just a fucking dumb fucking engineer. Like, I can tell her, like, I'm an engineer, but I'm an engineer. As an engineer, I'm an engineer. As somebody that is an engineer, as an engineer. I'm saying I'm the number one engineer as an engineer. As an engineer. All right, as an engineer, I'm just an engineer. Speaking as somebody that is an engineer, I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer.
However, the big thing that seems to be coming from this is that he isn't an engineer from his own words. Later on in the video, Nick Andros points out that even though Mutahar has been saying that he's an engineer for the past 10 years, there's also very many contradictions in his own statements where Mutahar says that he's also a college dropout.
Now, obviously, me being a dropout, I don't have a degree.
You need to go to college to be an engineer, buddy. You can't just say you're an engineer and a college dropout. You've got some engineering skills, but you are an engineering college dropout. That's what you are. Nothing wrong with that, okay? I dropped out of college, dude. I dropped out of college in high school. I was doing an early college high school program. No, I didn't like it. I didn't like college. High school, I could get through and I could tolerate. I have some college credits to my name. I do not care for them. I do not care for them. If I want to learn something, I learn it online in my own time. I learned what I needed from high school. I'm a hard worker outside. I don't need school. I'm good. It's just not for me. And Mutahar, if you're the same, totally all right, dude. And you can still learn engineering and be interested in it, but without the degree, you're not defined as an engineer. You're defined as a college dropout that's still really interested in his subject. So he continues to introduce himself as like an engineer when he's just a video editor, it seems like. People are a bit upset because why would you say you're an engineer if you're not working as an engineer? Unless you're just trying to lie, why lie? Why not just tell people you don't want them in your fucking business? Like, that's fine. Just like, don't lie about what you are. Just don't lie. Just like... Do I have to keep going? Just don't lie. What? There's another example Nick Andros brings up where Mutahar is like doing some kind of live stream and he's talking to chat and he says, I just invest. I just sit at home and invest money. Brothers had so many different career shifts in the last 10 years, you know?
In 2020, Mutahar claimed to be an exceptionally successful day trader.
Now, for those of you who don't know, one of my side hobbies turned basic, general second profession of mine is day trading, swing trading, whatever you want to call it. I like to sit in the mornings, sip my coffee, go on the NASDAQ, see what I can look pre-market, buy, sell, and be done by, 11 or something? I invest. That's my job now. I just sort of sit home and invest money.
And then we get into the part of the video where Nick Andros is going over how he was saying that he was an investor and that he spent a lot of his time just investing money. So that video game clip, that stream clip I mentioned, and then also on this podcast where these dudes literally just sit there and glaze some ordinary gamers almost the entire podcast.
Legitimately still have a 9 to 5. Yeah, 9 to 5. Dude, he works in hours and hours. That's why, this is why I respect it. How many subs do you have on YouTube?
I think like 3.4 or 5 million or something. I don't know.
3.5, like 3.5 million. We'll say that. And you're still doing multiple 9 to 5s where you're running different businesses. You were talking about.
Yeah, I'm the CEO of our own company. Like I'm the CEO of like our own group. We do a lot of like property and like asset investment around where we live. But we're getting into construction and everything too. So it's like for us, like my job is a 9 to 5 every day.
You upload how many videos a week?
A day. Like I upload every day.
Dude, this is why exactly and why I always.
He really loves bathing in that praise, but it's not enough. He needs to flex more.
Well, that's like the algorithm tell, right? Like when you're like an engineer, somebody's like, man, why is the algorithm keep feeding me? I'm like, bro, what's the last 10 things you watched? Gay porn? It's probably gonna give you the 11 videos. I'm just saying.
Driving there, we were talking about cybersecurity because that's what you went to school for. You're like, homeboy's very smart. You do actually business, and then YouTube is a.
YouTube is always like the secondary side gig. It's
Mutahar is just sitting there getting his dick sucked. What? This isn't a podcast. This is a softcore porno.
Then he brags about his charitable donations, and we see behind the curtain how uninformed Mutahar actually is.
Like for me, it's like the receipts. If I could tabulate them up every year, you know, like like during COVID, I probably gave away $200,000 of charity, and it was like out of my personal accounts. I don't write any of this off for taxes because I don't believe in writing off charity for taxes. I think it's a pretty shitty thing to do.
Writing off charitable donations is a shitty thing to do. How? Why? All that means is that the money you donated is tax exempt. It means you can donate more money to charity, as Brandon Herrera says.
It's a pretty shitty thing to do. Well, for me, it's like
the more money you can write off, the more money you can keep from the government and spend it better, you know, putting it toward more charity.
The money that I
How can you be the CEO of a company, a serious businessman who knows his shit, but you don't understand basic accounting?
You want to talk about social battery, like 7 is when I get up. I got to be in meetings every fucking day. My work day doesn't end until like 4 p.m. That's when I get like a chance to open up the Premiere Pro project file for the video, and I get to work on that, and then I get to upload that a day later. Like, I don't believe in days off. Like, I literally can't believe in a day off. Like, I'm always like jittery because I'm like, I want to do work. Like, I really do like enjoy doing work. Like, any day that I don't feel like I do my job, fucking cry about it. I'm like, this fucking sucks.
He works till 4 p.m. every day and cannot take a day off. However, he seemed pretty happy to take a day off to watch a video game commercial from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on a Thursday.
I literally don't believe in a day off. I don't believe in a day off. If I have a day off, I feel like a piece of shit. Sitting here not working, I feel like an asshole. Bro, if I didn't have days off, I couldn't do this shit. I couldn't do YouTube. I couldn't have fun in post. What are you talking about? If you didn't have a day off and you don't work as a YouTuber, Mutahar, you don't post, bro. That's not how that works. You can't say that your YouTube isn't your job and then not have days off, because if you don't have days off, that means that you'd be working as a mechanic or an engineer. You're working as an engineer. You got to spend your time working as an engineer, bro. If you don't believe in a day off, you're working as an engineer every day, unless your YouTube is your job. So obvious to me now that Mutahar is a compulsive liar. He is. He didn't have to. He doesn't have to. And I really do not think that this will be career ending. That he did something illegal in Canada, which he called himself an engineer, which in Canada, if you do not have the actual license, the college degree for it or anything like that, that's about as illegal as calling yourself a doctor. But at the same time, you're not going to get arrested for calling yourself a fucking engineer online, being this fucking insane liar on the internet. Like, that's not going to happen. I don't think that he's going to receive a lot of backlash punishment on YouTube's side. Honestly, if I was Mutahar, the benefit of the doubt I can give him, he's either a compulsive liar or he thinks he's an engineer because he's had experience and maybe even outside of school has done some kind of like extracurricular stuff. Like, maybe not everything he said has been a lie, but that enough of it has to where these inconsistencies are being pointed out, and you should probably explain them more. Like, I just think that's all that needs to happen, is that he explains himself. We get to the bottom of what the truth actually is, and we're able to kind of all take the necessary steps to walk past this. But Mutahar's gonna have to say something, and he's been quiet for literally almost a week.
Been calling myself a engineer, in some cases a programmer, a cybersecurity engineer, whatever you can call it. And, you know, I apparently have also been a dropout, which I don't hide. Now, obviously, me being a dropout, I don't have a degree, so I'm not a certified or licensed engineer. Now, I made a lot of videos in the past where I've taught you guys about computer safety, cybersecurity, a lot of this stuff, and I think that content stands up on its own. And I believe it actually can be used, you know, and people have learned from it. And I think that's great. Now, if you feel offended, if you feel wronged that I called myself an engineer while not being a degree-holding engineer, then for that, I do apologize. And I will denigrate myself to, you know, I guess programmer or a fat Indian guy that knows a bit about computers. If you still feel wronged and this does not suffice for you, then I don't really give a fuck.
Well, everybody, it just so happens that the other day, Mutahar finally responded and basically just gave everybody a huge middle finger. It's really disappointing and just exhausting. Like, I don't have a lot of energy to talk about it as a drama because it isn't a drama. It's not a controversy. I think that most people will agree that Mutahar is just a compulsive liar. All I wanted him to do is say, hey guys, I'm sorry. I did kind of blow it up a little bit. I've got plenty of engineering experience. I didn't get the degree, but here's what I have done. I'm so sorry. I understand it's illegal. I kind of inflated my own ego. If he was just humble about it, it would be great. But no, no. Guys, it's facts. It's facts. Mutahar isn't any better than Pirate Software. He clearly doesn't actually appreciate his fans and supporters and the people that have trusted him blindly. But nobody cares. I don't think this is a topic or subject that a lot of people will actually give too big of a shit about. We're all kind of in the same agreement of, you know what, there are going to be the people that do not watch him anymore. And then there are going to be the brainlets that, when you're a YouTuber and you're big like Mutahar, you just have people who like you because they're a favorite YouTuber. That's just how it's gonna be. At least he didn't rape somebody, like if it's just that he's a big compulsive liar, that sucks. I've unsubscribed and clearly he does not give a shit about that. It would be really funny if he lost all of his subscribers so that we could see just how much of a YouTuber he isn't. You know what I mean? Just really unfortunate situation. RIP to a legend. Drink water, stay safe. All right, I'll see you guys later.